In this video, you're going to see how Google Classroom integrates with Google Drive, Google Meet, and Google Calendar. The first thing that you want to point out is when you go into a classroom, we want to be able to have Google Meet sessions and virtual meetings with our students. So in order to provide them a link, Google Classroom recently came out with an integrated link that we can post right here to our classroom page. So the first thing you do to set that up is go into your class settings, and when you scroll down, it gives us our class code, and then you can see some information. Now there's a section about Meet. Right now, you can see that it is not visible for students. So if this is the first time I was in here, it would say generate Meet link. It would give me one, and then I can turn it on for students. You can see by me doing that and hitting save, when I go back to the class, here is a Meet link. What Google Classroom and Google Meet, the integration now has that option is um, as a teacher, you can go in that link and students can join. But if you are not in there as a teacher, students cannot join. So it's a nice way to prevent them from going in on their own, and you as the teacher kind of um, being in charge of when they can and cannot get in as long as you are the one that is in there. So it's nice that it has that Google Meet integration. The other really nice feature of Google Classroom and Google Drive is that you can see on the lower right hand side of the courses that I am already in that there are some that I did not accept or decline yet. So if I go down to a teacher's that I know has some stuff in there, I can access it a couple different ways, and it looks a little bit different for both teachers and students. So I could do it right here from the home page, and you can see if I hover over it's going to say open folder in Google Drive. So if I would click that, every class you create is going to automatically create a folder in your Google Drive. Under a folder, it's going to create one called Classroom. So this is the Classroom, Harvey 1920 period 1. And you can see all the things that have been in there. If I go into something such as Graphic Organizer, you will be able to see all of the student submissions for that assignment that was done through Google Classroom. On the student end, the student can also go in here, and if they are in the class, they have the ability under classwork to go under their class drive folder, and they would be able to see all of the work that they themselves have submitted. They would not have access to all of the other students' work, nor would they have access to anybody else's. So that's a really nice feature that they can access all of those things and see all of the work that they have submitted themselves. The last type of integration, which is really nice, is obviously you can put some information, due dates, and you see it upcoming here on the stream. But what's nice is it also has Google Calendar integration. So if I would click that, as a student, they could add it themselves. As a co-teacher, I can add it as well. And what it does is on the left-hand side, you can now see under my calendars, I have one specifically for that course. What I can do is I can unsubscribe myself from that calendar if it's something that I don't want to get. So I made a sample classroom in the previous video, so I'm going to unsubscribe myself from that, and I would be able to remove that calendar. I could do the same for this one, and if you'll notice, it's going to say other people will still have access. I'm just removing it for myself. So it's nice that Google Classroom has these integrated features of Google Meet, Google Drive, and Google Calendar to make things a little bit more efficient and effective.